Not all Christians are truly Christians. Most of them are church goers. They are just carrying the name Christian.
And people say Jesus is not God. That how can we call Jesus God?
I feel churches should pay taxes like other institutions. You sleep with yourself today, you sleep with yourself tomorrow, and you break up and you serve yourself breakfast.
Faith is personal, but in today's world, being Christian comes with question. On this episode, 6 young Christians are on seat to speak openly about the religion, the church, and what it really means to follow Christ in a world that is constantly changing. Sit back and enjoy, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Don't also forget to subscribe, and it is free. Thank you as you watch.
My name is Ebolu Jemima Abulatife from Department of Animal Nutrition, 100 level.
My name is Daniela Esther. I'm in Chemistry Department, 200 level.
My name is Ezekiel Sharon Bright. I'm in Department of Cybersecurity, 200 level.
My name is Falano Paul, 200 level MTS Department.
My name is William Samuel Lulu. I'm in 400 level ABV Department.
And by name, Olanibi Aderomiloro Victoria. From Chemistry Department, 300 level, COFIS.
Being devoted to Christ, going to church.
Being a Christian in Nigeria means being like Christ, following Christ, emulating the characters of Christ. Anything that Christ does, we're trying to emulate it in our behaviors.
It means being like Christ, having the life of Christ, acting like Christ, and behaving like Christ.
Being a follower of Christ and living a lifestyle of Christ, living a life that is traceable or replica to that Jesus Christ lived when he was in the world, when he came to the earth. And it comes from Jesus Christ and God. No people say Jesus Christ is different from God, but the truth is Jesus is the same thing as God. You know why people like have this misconception is that they feel that how will someone come down from heaven to die for your sins? And you know, I've had people ask me several questions that will I say when Jesus Christ died on the cross for 3 days, that will I say there was not God for 3 days? No, you cannot say there was not God for 3 days. So what happened is that Jesus Christ came in the image of God. He came in the flesh and blood of God to die for our sins. And so I would like to say to the misconception. The misconception is that human sense cannot really comprehend Jesus being God. And it is because what is there is, when it comes to things of God, you don't use your human sense to interpret it. You use use the spiritual sense to interpret it, because it is a mystery. So therefore, if you want to know things of the mystery, then you must use things of the spirits to know things of the mystery.
People, the misconcepts they have about Christianity and Christian is that they see Christianity as a religion, while Christianity is like a way of life, because it is actually different from other religion. So it is a way of life.
So in that conception, I would say Jesus Christ is God. But if you are trying to comprehend with your human sense or with science, then that means you will get a wrong misconception about it. But if you actually want to use spiritual things to actually phantom it, then you will see that Jesus Christ is truly God.
And again, another thing people see is that when you ask them, are they a Christian? They will say yes. Why? Because they were born into a Christian family. But what makes you being a Christian is you accepting Jesus. And we can see the history of Christianity was from the disciples of Jesus. They saw the life of Christ in them. So when they saw the life of Christ in them, they were like, oh, these are small Christ. So that was what brought up Christian or Christianity. So it is actually not a religion, it is a way of life.
For you to be called a Christian, that means you have the life of Christ in you, and that means let me put it that you are a follower of Christ already, since you are already called a Christian. So you are not just a church goer. That's it.
To me, I think not all Christians go to church to serve God. Some just go to church really for their self-interests and purposes.
I feel that not all Christians are follower of Christ. Most of them are church goers, because I don't see the reason why you're going to church on a Sunday, like let me just say Sunday, and after coming back from church, the kind of behaviors you're emulating it doesn't even have anything to talk about Christ. What you're doing, your characters, the way you associate with people does not talk about. So I feel that
Okay, some people go to church maybe because of when they go to this church today, they'll give them a first timer gift. Then they go to another church tomorrow. So people like that, they only go there for maybe the gifts they give them to welcome them. While some people go there to enjoy what Christ has for them. Some people go there to receive their healings. While some people go there genuinely to worship and to fellowship with God.
Someone to be called a Christian is a follower of God, because a Christian is someone that follows God and lives a life and lives a lifestyle of Christ. So this what is there is a Christian is different from a church goer. And before a Christian can be called a Christian is not someone that goes to church. A Christian is someone that lives a life of Christ and that Christ dwells in him. So that is what a Christian is.
not all Christians are truly Christians. Most of them are church goers. They are just carrying the name Christians. They are not emulating the characters of Christ.
I can't really say they are too focused on that, because we still have churches that actually talk about heaven, they talk about the second coming of Christ.
What I would say is that we have different churches in Nigeria, but we serve the same God. I will not say the church is too focused on prosperity and miracles. I will not say that.
Actually, I've not been to a lot of churches, but the church I attend and a few I've been to, I believe they are focused mainly on worship, and that's it. An act of worship is also given to God.
But why it feels as if, it seems as if they talk more of prosperity and miracles, because people that come to church, that is one of the things they come to look for. They feel like, okay, I need to go to church for pastor to pray for me to be rich, or for him to pray for me to receive healing, which is also part of benefits of being a Christian. But that is let me say the church members or people that come to church see it as number one thing, which is not supposed to be, because it says that come unto me, all ye that are heavy laden, and I'll give you rest. And it also said that seek ye first the kingdom. So seeking first God should be the first thing, rather than seeking for prosperity and other things.
But and I will also say the church is not also focused on prosperity and miracles. But what it just says that I believe the church in Nigeria knows how to strike balance. As we are kingdom minded, we also talk about prosperity and also the other way around. But we're also kingdom minded. So I will not say that we are too focused on prosperity.
First and foremost, is it a law, let's say a law in the nation or in the country? If it is a law for churches to pay their taxes, then it is actually fine and okay for them to pay.
I feel that churches shouldn't pay tithe because it's not a money-making business. We are not there to extort money from people. So I don't think churches should pay taxes.
Church should not pay taxes because it's not a business actually. It is where we serve God, where to preach the gospel. It's not a business that's where we make money. And I don't expect the government to say that church should be paying taxes.
It's because no, church is not a business center and it's not a bank. So I believe church should not pay taxes.
Yes, I feel churches should pay taxes like other institutions.
Because in the Bible it is being mentioned that all breakage of law is a sin. When something is a law and you didn't do it, it's actually a sin. So if it is a law for churches to pay, then it is right for them to do that. Because we can also see that Jesus did an example when he told one of his disciples, Peter, to go and check the mouth of the fish to bring out any amount he saw there and use it to pay the tax at that time. And he said something, said, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. So if it is a part of the law, let's say nowadays now, to pay taxes as a church, then I think it is right to do so.
That question is a bit critical.
Me, I would say I think people go to church because they actually fear God.
Well, we can say most people, and at the same time, we can say few people. That is, most people in the sense that they feel like when I go to church, God will bless me.
That question is based on individuals.
It depends on an individual. If I'm to use myself as an example, I go to church because I fear God.
Like, the kind of mindset person A has is different from the kind of mindset B has. So I can't say. That question is individually.
And few people in the sense that when they come to church, okay, that might be the reason why they first come at the first time, at the first instance, but they coming to church, they might have an encounter that will change their perspective and know that, okay, no, I have come to the church to encounter Christ, and now I have received Christ. Then they will not understand that first thing is accepting Christ, then every other thing is secondary.
But you know, for another person or for another Christian, he might be going to church because he fears poverty. But one thing that helps me to actually put my gaze on Jesus is that I believe that I'm not serving God because I want something. I'm serving God because I want it.
It's wrong, totally wrong. It's not part of the commandments now, so it's wrong.
It is wrong because, well, you might check it that it is not actually written boldly in the Bible that one should not drink. You get? Because people will take you to Old Testament and say that they take wine, they do this, they do that. But what is the motive behind those three things? Okay, are you taking those drinks because you want it to heal you? Because there are some drinks that they use as medicines. They use as medicines now. So are you taking it because you are using it as a medicine, or you are using it to hurt yourself?
Should I just say dating? Yeah, you can actually be in a relationship, but you just like being in a kind of godly relationship.
Parting, I feel it's wrong. It's wrong.
And also remember that Christ said that our body is the temple of God. First and foremost, he said what? He created us in his own image, in his image. And also, our body is his temple. If God is staying inside our temple, then why are we hurting that place, or we are making that place that we want God to stay to be dirty?
You know, a Christian should lead by example because we are truly an example and witnesses of Christ. So in that, I would say Christians should not drink and party. It is wrong for a Christian to do that because there is nothing drinking and party has to do with holiness and righteousness. And if you are a Christian, it means that you are living a life of purity. Then things like that should not be found in the hands of a Christian.
God can, there's a saying that says that cleanliness is next to godliness. So when your body is clean, your heart is clean, then God can come and fellowship with you. They said there's a passage in the Bible that says that God is holy, and those that must serve him in spirit and in truth and also in holiness. So when you yourself, you are not holy, then God cannot live inside of you.
Yeah, but party, you can party, but it depends on the kind of party.
So you partying, going to party because, okay, some ladies go to party because they want to meet with maybe sugar daddies, they want to meet with guys that would maybe pay their bills and all of that, and at the end of it, maybe they'll fall into immorality. And talking about dating casually, okay, most people just date for fun, and at the same time they'll still fall into immorality. You get? But if it's somebody that, and in Christianity we do courtship, not dating. You know that, okay, this person, I'm ready to marry this person, I'm ready to spend the rest of my life with this person. Then you go into a relationship with that person and it leads to marriage.
We should date to marry, and when we have gotten to that age, a certain age, but there is no certain age, but when you have come to that level, can
not the one that you sleep with yourself today, you sleep with yourself tomorrow, and you break up, and you serve yourself breakfast and you nurse that pain for weeks, for months, and with that you won't even be able to fellowship with God, because at some point you begin to tell yourself that you are a sinner, oh, God cannot forgive me, you understand? So all those things are actually not good for a Christian.
They regard me as Mary Amaka. Look at the way she's dressing. She's not always talking to people. She's antisocial. She's an introvert. She's not always, this party she's going to go, this one she's going to go. See the way she's dressing. So I feel that is my biggest struggles.
Number one is social media. Okay, you might make a decision as a person that, oh, I want to do this, I want to serve God this way. But maybe when you go online and you see that, okay, this person is doing this thing, you feel like it is contrary to what you want to do as a Christian, and you'll be like, oh, it is, I am behaving or doing as a whole Christian, as a whole person, as a maybe whole people of those days, and you'll be like, oh, you are not relevant, you are not mingling the way, or you are not doing the way others are doing.
You know, the way life is now, the world is mostly, social media has actually done a lot more harm than good. So trying to balance everything is a big challenge for me. Trying to balance academics, trying to balance church, and trying to balance things in Kenya.
Peer groups are there and other things. Even one as a person, you are also a big challenge to yourself, because when you see social media and you see peers, peer group pressure and all of that, if you cannot discipline yourself, then you're also an hindrance to yourself.
You know, when I see my younger generations, like when the heart is not panting after Jesus Christ, like it is like, so that's my biggest challenge, yes, as a youth, because I believe even the Bible said we should seek God early. So when I see youths not seeking God early, to me it's just like, I just ask myself question, like if you are not seeking God at your youthful age, then when do you want to seek God? This is when you are 60 years old. This is when you are 80 years old you want to seek God.
Being a Christian, that's my proudest moment. Being a Christian.
My proudest moment is that because I know surely one day that Jesus is coming, and I'm sure that I will actually follow him to him.
My proudest moment as a Christian is having the assurance that I'm going to reign with Christ on the last day.
The fellowship one enjoy with Christ, because when you build a relationship with God, it gets to a point that you hear him, he speaks to you, and when things looks unclear to you and you take it to him, he would share more light and make you see things that are unclear to you.
I have many proud moments as a Christian, but I would say my proudest moment as a Christian is that I have this consciousness and I have this like happiness and joy of salvation within me, that one day Christ will come, and when Christ comes, I will reign with him in heaven.
They should take their relationship with God like they should take it as something they need to do. They should take it up and be serious with it. They should not just, okay, I know it's not easy. Sometimes you might wake up, you want to pray, you want to read the Bible, and you feel tired or you feel sleepy, but they should put in more efforts and keep doing it.
Continue following Jesus. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. There's no other way that I know. Jesus is the way.
They should hold God tight. They should not, because of probably what is happening around them, they try to, there's a particular saying that says, if you don't beat them, you join them. So they should not put that in their agenda, like, okay, because my friend is a kind of party person, my friend has multiple boyfriends, because of that, and they feel probably they are the only holy people, then because of that, I can still fit in. They shouldn't do that.
You see, Jesus Christ is coming soon, and you know, it's a pain. No, not the Bible said that many will come to me, they will say they cast out demons in my name, I will do miracle in my name. Then the Bible said Jesus Christ will tell them, depart from me, all you iniquity. So my advice for you is that, because I see that the generation we are now, which is called the Gen generation, we are too focused on impartation, we are too focused on money, we are too focused on, and so we are too focused on things of the world. But there's something I want you to understand, that you can cast out demons, you can do many miracles in God's name, but that does not mean that you are going to like be rapturable with him. Living a life of Christ, living a holy life and living a life above sin is what guarantees you that you are going to make heaven.
In everything you do, try to put God first.
And not just live our life to what we have been taught in the church. Then they should make their Bible their friends, not just what they are being taught in the church. Okay, we have some men of God that will say that do what I say, don't do what I do. And at the same time, people around us are looking at our lifestyle, and we can see it today that when a Christian fall or do something that is wrong, will be like, okay, he or she calls him or herself a Christian. You get? But we should, like I said earlier, we should take our relationship with God serious.
So my advice for you is that please don't seek things of the world, seek things of the spirit, and I see God helping us in our generation in Jesus' name. So have this kingdom purpose in your heart, and know that the reason why in this world is not just to make prosperity. The reason I'm in FUNAB is not just for the certificate. So you have to have this mindset that the reason I'm here is for me to actually make eternal life with Christ. Don't forget, this place, this earth we are, is a market, and there's nobody that goes to the market without returning home. One day, the person that created us, you and I, is going to actually call us, and is going to come on the day you and I do not expect. So my advice for you is that be prepared. Jesus Christ is coming soon.